So he had the yips, and then he lost the yips, and then tore his ACL, and that's sad. I hope that was not the same fate for Daniel Bard, but it's mainly common in baseball. Oh, speaking of the yips, our center had the yips, Matt Skura, who couldn't get the ball correctly to Lamar on the little pistol. He couldn't get it to him. It would go over his head or go to the side, and it was a mess. So he had the yips a little bit. I think he recovered, but still don't worry about that. But that's later. And we got the Hank Aaron Awards. Jose Abreu and Freddie Freeman won it both respectively, just like the MVPs. Roberto Clemente Award, which is kind of like the humanitarian award of whoever the best, whichever best charities that the baseball players are doing, which was won by Adam Wainwright. Shout out to him. Will he be back this year? That's the main question. And let's get to the big awards, the Golden Gloves. Let's go to Golden Glovers for the catch. I'm gonna say off the catcher. I'm gonna say off the award winners for each position in both AL and NL. So keep up with me. For the AL, Roberto Perez won it, catcher of the Cleveland Indians, and for the NL, Tucker Barnhart for the Cincinnati Reds. I laughed at myself for a second. That's why I paused for a second. I was like, I don't want to laugh at this man's name, but I always found his name funny, even when I was younger. Don't get it twisted. So first baseman Evan White for the AL, Golden Glover. For the NL was Anthony Rizzo. You should know that man's name. Second baseman Cesar Hernandez from the Cleveland Indians. Wow, that's 2 Indians already. And Colton Wong for the St. Louis Cardinals for the second base for Gold Glover. For third baseman, we have a second Isaiah. It was spelled just like the legend Isaiah Thomas, not the little man Isaiah. Shout out Isaiah Thomas. Our current Isaiah Thomas, but Isaiah Falefa. Hope I said it right. But he won it. He's on the Texas Rangers. Wow, a lot of West teams so far. In Middle America. And third baseman for the NL was Nolan Arenado. Is there any surprise? He's the best fielder he's the best infielder in the game. That's facts. Especially calling third base. But J.P. Crawford, who's won it for the shortstop position for the Seattle Mariners, and Javier Baez, won it shortstop for the NL, who won the Chicago Cubs. I said clubs. Cubs. So two for the Cubs. At least he got 2 for the Cubs. You know, it's multi shit. Alex Gordon. Well, I think he retired. I think he said he announced his retirement earlier this year, which I forgot he did. I keep saying this year, last year. It all come together. You know what I'm saying? But he's from Kansas City. He stayed his whole career with the Royals. I'll have a different scope of him probably next episode, some shit. But Tyler O'Neill, outfielder of the St. Louis Cardinals. So 2 Cardinals, 2 Cubs. Little rivalry going on in Golden Glovers. And Luis Robert, center fielder for the Chicago White Sox, running, and Trent Grisham running from the San Diego Padres. I don't know what Trent Grisham is and Luis Robert, but good job. Good job representing some new blood in there. And this is a shocker. Joey Gallo. This man, I only know him for striking out and hitting bombs, but he won a Gold Glove for right fielder. Impressive. At least I know you got more than that. You have power and cannon arm. Power cannon. Yeah, and MLB do it. And Mookie Betts, his name surprise there for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And for the pitchers, it was Griffin Canning from the LA Angels and Max Fry from the Atlanta Braves. That's the guy I was thinking. I thought I was gonna win NL Cy Young, but I guess not. For the Silver Sluggers, for catchers, it is for the AL. It's Salvador Perez. I just say he got another award, and Travis d'Arnaud. Why they capitalize the A and not the D? I never understood his name like that. But I capitalized the D for you, sir. I know we hate that. But he's on Atlanta Braves. First baseman, the MVP winners, Jose and Freddie. They won for first base. For second base, DJ LeMahieu for second base for the Yankees, and Donovan Solano, who I forgot he went to San Fran. I thought he was in Miami still, but he went there. But he went to San Fran, and he hit his Silver Sluggers. Impressive. Jose Ramirez, it ain't shocker, for third base for the AL, and Manny Machado. Is there any shocker for the NL? Yeah. Just seeing Machado's name just makes shake my head as an Orioles fan. Damn. Tim Anderson, shortstop for Chicago White Sox. Hey, a brother got on the shortstop Silver Sluggers, while Fernando Tatis Jr., who's getting a lot of buzz and a lot of commercials, representing the San Diego Padres, right across from his battering mate, Manny Machado. Breaks my heart. Outfielder Mike Trout. There's any surprise Mike Trout's on the Silver Slugger. I'm glad I was surprised Mike Trout didn't make the Golden Glove. I'm a little surprised. That's one thing that shocked me. But he's on the Silver Slugger, though. And Juan Soto, the Washington Nationals, is on for the NL. Teoscar Hernandez from the Tampa Bay Blue Jays. I said Tampa Bay. The Toronto Blue Jays. And Mookie Betts of the LA Dodgers. And the last one, Eloy Jimenez for the Chicago White Sox. I thought his name was Elroy. I've seen it differently. And Ronald Acuna Jr. from the Atlanta Braves are the last Silver Sluggers. Oh, and DHs, Nelson Cruz of the Minnesota Twins. I almost said Timberwolves. Timberwolves Twins. And Marcell Ozuna from the St. Louis Cardinals. There we go. I almost said the Timberwolves Twins. Dear, losing it. Excuse me. For first team, they have now. This is interesting. They have all NBA teams. They have a first team and a second team. I've never seen this team before because I didn't think they still do this type of stuff. But I think this is the second year doing this. So this is my first time doing this. For the first team, the catcher is Salvador Perez. First baseman is Freddie Freeman. Second base, DJ LeMahieu. Third base, Manny Machado. Shortstop, Fernando Tatis Jr. Outfielder, Mookie Betts. Outfielder, Mike Trout. Juan Soto. Marcell Ozuna is the DH of the team. Shane Bieber. Trevor Bauer. Yu Darvish. Max Fried and Jacob deGrom are the starting pitchers for the first team, while Liam Hendricks, Nick Anderson are the relieving pitchers, and the DH of the year is Marcell Ozuna. I thought I was about to read something crazy, but I was like, oh, I was only one team. I was like, oh, never mind. I see why. And the second team is JT Realmuto, Jose Abreu, Brandon Lowe of the Tampa Bay Rays. JT Realmuto is the Philly. Jose Ramirez, Cleveland. Corey Seager, who won the World Series MVP for the Dodgers. Ronald Acuna Jr. Mike Yastrzemski. I forgot his name, but I was like, oh, shit, who's Yastrzemski? He's got a Carl. That's his fucking nephew, but he's on the Giants, San Francisco Giants. Michael Conforto for the New York Mets. For all you non-New Yorkers out there. Nelson Cruz is the DH. And Denilson Lamet from the San Diego Padres. Garrett Cole, the New York Yankees. Clayton Kershaw, the LA Dodgers. Kenta Maeda, the Minnesota. I'm going to say it again, the Minnesota Twins. And Hyunjin Ryu. And the pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays. It was interesting. The last three pitchers were all teammates on the Dodgers. That's very interesting. But they all left in 2 different years. And Brad Hand of the Cleveland Indians and Devin Williams of the Milwaukee Brewers are the relievers for the second team. So congrats to all those award winners and shot callers and increased salary fellows for the year. Shout out to them. All right, now let's get to the fun stuff. Why the beginning of the hype video was about. We got playoffs, bruh. Playoff football. It was lit. It was fun. We had some incredible games. Had some heart-pounding finishes. It was an enjoyable weekend. It was very enjoyable. I enjoy all the games. Now let's go back. Let's go back to last week. Go back to last week's games. All right, there you go. I ain't do too bad in the picking. First of all, the first game of the weekend was the 2-seed Bills against the 7-seed Indianapolis Colts. The Bills won that 27-24. I thought this was a good game. Back and forth, early beginning. We see Josh Allen doing Josh Allen shit, going to the Stephon Diggs, one of the best duos, wide receiver QB duos in the game. They ran the ball pretty well. Josh ran one in. I think he threw 2 TDs. So he had a pretty busy day himself. He had a fake TD that he faked he was gonna run it in the first TD. He faked he was gonna run it, but he had his tight end Dawson Knox. He threw it over. It was like, oh shit, homie back there. He threw it. Fucked everybody's head up. Fuck my head too. I was like, oh shit, touchdown. Yay. But the Colts fought back. The battle of 17s. And they had a shot to end it, tie it, but it was not meant to be. They actually should have lost a little earlier on that Zach Pascal catch. He tried to pick up and run, but they called it he was down. I'm like, how is he not down? He was getting up. How? Okay, but that was karma saying, y'all might have got a second chance, but y'all ain't deserve a second chance. So the question is, will the 17 on the Colts side retire? Old man Rivers is getting up there. Will this be his last dance? He's gotta be there for the kids. They got a whole he can coach a whole football team from out of his house. You know what I'm saying? He can do that. I don't know. I think he might come back one year. He probably want to, get a ring. It's not gonna happen at this rate, but gill up, Phil. He got a lot of decisions to do. So. The question was, will Stephon Diggs score a touchdown this week? And yes, he did. And I got that one correct. So I'm happy about that. The second wildcard game was Seattle and the Rams. The Rams beat on the Seahawks 30-20. It first started with Chris Wolford being the starting quarterback. I might have fucked his name up wrong, but he was the starting quarterback. On the second drive, he was doing the option play. He ran it outside. He got down, but Jamal Adams hit him low, hit his shoulder into his helmet, and he looked down. I was like, oh, he's out. And he eventually got up and walked to his sideline, but they went to the locker room, and then he eventually went to the hospital, but he announced on I think IG Instagram, he's gonna be all right. He's fine. But even through all that, with a broken thumb, surgery repaired thumb that he had 12 days ago at that time, he's still. You know what? I'm not even gonna get the credit to Jared Goff. This is the Cam Akers show. He put the team on his back. Catching, he was doing that. Running the ball, obviously he did that. And he broke the schneid for the LA Rams offensive TD's not coming. And he did that in the third quarter with his rushing TD. Russ, not so much. It was not a good job for Russ. He threw a pick six. Ty Johnson, I seen it coming. He seen it come. I'm like, everybody seen the whole thing coming from a mile away. And he still threw a pick. I was like, nah. It was not a good night for Russ. His team could not block. It was just ugly. And I'm a Seahawks fan because I've been criticizing the fuck out their O-line. not just to help say you're not protecting Russ, but you're not protecting Russ. Because Carson, he had a couple lanes opening, but he